Welcome, welcome. It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, bringing you another Star Citizen video. And this is going to be my part 2 on how to make money in the verse in 3.8. And today we're going to talk about mining. So I am not the biggest expert miner, admittedly. I don't have a ton of experience doing it. So I may not be the best source for information here. There are some really good places you can go online to find out the best places to mine, what's the most profitable, etc. But I did some mining over the last few days, and here were some of my results. So let me give you my first opinion on it. If you want to make money and you want to make it fairly quick, mining is not the route to take. Okay? And the only reason why I say that is because if you're mining asteroids in a prospector, you really have to be picky on which asteroids you go after. You get so much inert material a lot of times with whatever it is you're mining that it doesn't make it worth it. The value is it's not worth the time and the effort, or it's not worth as much. If you're doing first person mining, you can get a little better results. It does take time and effort, and it really depends on what you're mining, of course. But the results still aren't as spectacular as you could get from cargo running, at least in the same time period. So that's my basic overview of this video. Now, there are those two different ways to mine. You can mine asteroids like you see me doing right now. This particular asteroid has copper and gold, but it only has about 10% each. You really want a higher percentage value of your high-end metals if you want to make more money. So yeah, I mean, I only did this for the video purposes. If I was going to actually try to make a career out of mining, I would have spent a lot more time out in the asteroids trying to find the perfect, mineable asteroids for my cargo. I would like to be able to ditch the stuff that I don't need, like the inert material or the lesser metals or whatever, when I go mine, but I don't think that that's a possibility in the game right now. Would be nice. Because that would make your runs a lot more profitable, and you could pick up the metals or materials that you really, really want to get and just discard the rest. Again, I don't think that's going to be a thing in the game, or at least not as of yet. So you really have to watch what you're mining. As you can see here, there's a lot less gold and copper, so I'm going to get less out of that asteroid. That's just the way it is. I know some people have said they can go out and get a bunch of laranite, or I haven't seen that personally with my own eyes mining those things. I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure you could find 100% gold rock out there somewhere that would be worth a lot, or diamond or whatever. I'm sure those are out there, but I didn't find them in my several hours of gameplay. And I tried multiple different places for asteroids, multiple places for first-person mining. So right now, I think Lyria is one of the better places to go if you're going to do first-person mining. Asteroid mining, they have the Halo. You'll have to look it up on how to get to it. It's a little harder to explain. It's in between places. There's a mining belt out there that you can mine. Also, I had pretty good luck. Well, if you want to call it luck anyways. I didn't have a whole lot of luck, but going out to Microtech M1, the station out in the asteroids closer to Microtech, those asteroids, there were quite a few of those that produced material that you could salvage, that you could mine. So that might be another place to check out. And of course, around Yellow and Grim Hex area, those asteroids will have minables as well. But first-person mining, I would check out Walla, Lyria, those are going to be your best ones. Daymar will have some as well. Most places, Hurston will have some that you can go down in the caves and stuff. What you really want to find is Haydenite, which I have yet to find yet. That stuff is worth a lot of credits. There's a few of them out there that are worth a lot of credits, so you'll just have to keep your eyes out. And I would definitely check online. Like I said, there's some really good guides on what is worth what and where to find those things. So you're just gonna see me do a basic little flyby here on Lyria, scanning for mineable rocks, and I've sped this up so you guys don't have to sit through as much, but I wanted you to get a feel of the gameplay if you've never done mining. As you can see, I'm having to scan a lot, and the longer you hold down the scan button, like see 100% there, the longer it takes for it to recycle to where you can scan again. And like I said, this is like ×4 actually, so divide this time by 4, and so see, now we found a mineable rock in the distance there, which I seem to have missed, funny enough. But yes, so this is way sped up, so this is definitely a thing that takes a lot of time to do, and a lot of patience. If you're not somebody with patience, you're not going to want to do mining. That's period. You know, if you're not somebody for patience, you're probably not going to want to do cargo running either, even though that's easier to do. You're probably going to want to do some of the missions, which will be part 3. We'll go over the different kinds of missions you can do to make money. And now you can see me get out and pull out the mining tool, and you'll scan. Once you highlight one of these rocks, it'll scan it and tell you what it is, the resistance, that sort of thing. And then here on the left side of the tool, there's an energy bar that you're going to have to keep between the green and the red in order to break the rock. And same thing for asteroid mining. You got to power up your laser to put in more energy into the rock, and then hold it within the safe zone there to crack the rock open. If you go too far and put too much energy in it, it'll explode, and you'll take damage, whether it's your ship or your person. So make sure that you're being diligent and you're really focusing on how much power you have in your laser when you're doing these mining tasks. And now you can see it's broken into the little rocks, and we'll pick those rocks up, and that's where we'll get our value. Which I still have not. For about 15 units of this aphorite, I got like 2,500 credits, so it wasn't a lot. Now I had over 40 in my rucksack, which I advise highly that you get, because it'll hold quite a bit more, and that's how you'll make more money. So if you're going to do first-person mining, get a rucksack. Don't just rely on the regular armor, because you're just not going to get as much out of it. And here you'll see how much it sells for in the ship. A lot of inert material, so it wasn't worth the time on either one of the runs that I made for this video. But you guys leave some comments down below. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe. I really appreciate everybody that subscribes. Hope you got something out of this video. You know, like I said, I personally don't advise mining if you're just starting out. I would do the cargo running and missions. But then once you get into the mining, you'll be able to figure out which rocks are best. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy. I'll see you out in the verse.